What's going on YouTube? Josh here checking in. You guys are about to see this at the beginning of a clip, but I'm filming at the end of a workout. So today is Wednesday, I think it's the 16th or 17th, and this past Sunday I sprained my wrist. Long story short, I've been in a wrist brace for the past few days. I've been holding off lifting. I'm really supposed to be holding off lifting for a few weeks, but that just ain't gonna happen. So today I did a workout, which you guys are about to see, and basically my wrist and hand swell up a bit. It doesn't really hurt too bad right now, but yeah, may or may not have been the smartest move. I'll show you guys. So this right here is the left hand. It's kind of swollen and puffy. This right here is my normal hand. All right. So yeah, that was the aftermath of this workout. I'll let you guys see the training footage. As you guys can see here, I'm using the wrist straps. That's simply because, as I mentioned before, I had sprained my wrist just a few days prior to this training session, and as a result of that, my grip was just super weak. A lot of the muscles in the forearm were kind of tweaked as a result of that, and it probably took me about a week and a half to really get my grip strength back to somewhat normalcy. Just a few days after I had sprained my wrist, my grip strength was equivalent to like a 5-year-old girl. It was very embarrassing. So onto the footage, enough about my stupid injuries. So this is 565 on the bar. The reverse bands are set to basically take off about 45 pounds at the top. So not too bad. It's 520 at the bottom, 565 at the top. Unfortunately, grip did become an issue. You might have noticed I did a quick swap here, tried to use a different pair of wrist straps, because on that first one, the grip was kind of slipping out. So these are a little bit longer, although they're a little bit smoother. I was thinking just because they're longer, I'd be able to kind of wrap it around the bar and get a tighter grip. Unfortunately, that wasn't really the case. On this first one, you'll see the bar is kind of almost slipping out of my hands, and I have a kind of pretty shitty lockout, to say the least. Definitely would not what I'm trying to be doing here. So that was like kind of a half-ass lockout, kind of slipping out of my hands, trying to reset here, and then eventually, when I go out to pull, I'm just like, this bar slipping out of my hands. This is just not working here. So you'll see here, I kind of bend the bar a little bit, I'm just like, no, not working. Look at me, shake my head. Like, yeah, that's not happening. So I got a little smarter. I decided to go back to the original set of wrist straps there and also use chalk. So I don't know if you guys have ever had to do that, but that made a huge difference for me and made it a hell of a lot easier to get these pulls done. So all in all, I was pretty happy with this. I definitely noticed on these videos that my form is not as consistent as I would like. There are some instances where I'm really doing a good job from the beginning of keeping my chest up, and then there's others where I'm not really doing such a good job of that. The pulls that are easier are definitely the ones where I'm able to kind of almost sit back and pull backwards. The pulls that are definitely more challenging are the ones where I'm a little bit too far over the bar and I have to use a little bit too much lower back. So going forward, next training cycle, I'm going to be kind of trying to hone in my form a little bit more on my sumo deadlift. Overall, I'd say it's pretty good, but there's obviously always room for improvement. So this training session happened at about 5:30 in the morning, prior to about a 12-hour day in the hospital. Naturally, I wanted to give us my best effort, but sometimes the reality is that 5:30 in the morning, you're just pooped. More on that later. So I took 2 scoops of pre-workout before I got here to the gym, on an empty stomach. Not sure if it was the pre-workout or what I had the night before, but definitely had this happen before, where the pre-workouts sometimes make you run off to the bathroom. Now the reality is, if you're going for a big record, you know what, who cares? But my word of advice to you is, so come on and check yourself before you wreck yourself. So I took my own advice there and I called it midway through that second rep, because if I had continued going, it would have been a code brown on the gym floor. So this right here is 585 for a single. All in all, pretty happy. It was definitely hard, but then again, it was after a bunch of doubles with 565 bar weight. Overall, pretty happy. You'll see here I kind of ran off because I had priorities, had to run to the bathroom and all. So that's the video, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, be sure to give it a like. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. And one thing I never say on the channel, which I probably should, is check out Instagram, check out Twitter, check out Facebook. All of them are the Strength Doc. I'll catch you guys in the next video.